to the session. This is Sweta Roy, your English Master Teacher at Vedantu. Hope all of you are doing well. Let's welcome everyone to the new session on the poem Daffodils. Okay, and it's by William Wordsworth. So, guys, are you people super excited to study a new poem? I think you must have already done this poem maybe when you were young, right? So at least you've come across this poem, right? It's a very, very, very common poem and a beautiful poem, right, guys? So let us explore this lovely poem and let us go closer to nature with this amazingly beautiful poem, guys. Okay? So this poem is going to rejuvenate you, refresh you guys, and bring you closer to the beauty and the majesty of nature, right? So, those of you who do not know me, I am Sweta Roy, your English Master Teacher at Vedantu, and I have pursued my Masters in English and B.Ed. I have 1 year plus of teaching experience. I have qualified CTET exam and I have mentored 20,000, more than 20,000 plus students, both online and offline. And my motto, guys, is to unleash the power which lies in each of you guys, right? So before starting off the session, I want every one of you to feel empowered, right, guys? Because literature, language, these are the mediums which actually acknowledges your opinion and gives you that power to express your own opinion, right, guys? So let's type in the chat box as we always do, empowered, right? We are all empowered, or let's go for empowerment. Okay? So I hope you've done that already, guys. And now there's a very, very, very beautiful riddle for you people. Let's see who all can crack this. So how can 8 plus 8 is equal to 4? How can 8 plus 8 be 4? Can you give me the answer, guys? Any idea? Think about it. Try to use your common sense, riddle wala common sense. Okay, we will look at the answer at the end of the session, so please stay tuned. Alright? Okay, let's move forward with the word of the day given by Rohit Chawla. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you so much for this amazingly beautiful word of the day. Precarious. Precarious, you must have come across this word a lot of times, guys. It means not securely held or in position. That is dangerously or likely to fall or collapse. Okay, it's an adjective. A precarious ladder, right? So that is, and now what is the word that you want to give, guys? Don't forget to give your word of the day at the end of the session, right, guys? In the comment section, and don't forget to use this particular word in sentence, right? Chalo. So, homework rocker, Aman, thank you so much, Aman, for posting your answers in the comment section for television part 3. Great job done, Aman. Great job. Rest of you guys, please go ahead and post your answers, homework answers in the comment section. Okay? Okay. So, are we ready to start off with today's session? Yes? So guys, before going into the session, don't forget to hit the like button, share the video amongst your friends, and also if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for, guys? Do subscribe to the channel. Okay, so we'll start with William Wordsworth, the poet of this poem. So he was an English romantic poem, okay, romantic poet. So he, along with Samuel Taylor Coleridge, they were the pioneers basically who launched the Romantic Age in English literature. Okay, with their joint publication, Lyrical Ballads. So, Lyrical Ballads is a collection which were, which were published by both together, Wordsworth and Coleridge, right? And this, with the publication of Lyrical Ballads, basically the Romantic Age in English literature started. Okay, guys, you should know this because, and also few features of the Romantic Age as well that also you should know. First of all, it is of course, it was, an age or an era or return to nature, which is why we will be talking a lot about nature. So nature played a very, very, very important role in the romantic age. It was a movement actually to return to nature. It was, it was a revolution against the artificial life that was there in the previous age. Okay, guys. So it was a movement, and it was also called as return to nature. So nature being a very, very important factor. Okay. So that is what you need to know in the context of this particular poem, so that you could relate to the poem more, right? And Wordsworth was also a poet laureate from 1843 until his death. Okay, bacha buddy? So let's move ahead with this lovely poem, guys. And in the session, we will be talking about the line by line analysis, vocabulary, poetic devices, and we will be wrapping the session up with homework question. And after this session, guys, we will have another session on daffodils, which would be a one short session. Clear? So I hope the session flow is absolutely clear to you people, right, guys? So now we will be moving and delving into the analysis of the poem. So first, let us know a little bit about the backdrop of the poem. So the Daffodils is probably the most famous lyrical work of William Wordsworth, right? Now, lyrical work, it's a lyrical poem. It has this musical, effect in it, and it expresses the emotions very beautifully, the poet's emotions, and it has that rhyme, that musical verse. Okay, so, the poem was written in 1804, inspired by an event on 15th April 1802, in which Wordsworth and his sister Dorothy came across a long belt of daffodils while traveling in the Lake District of England. So, while Wordsworth and his sister, both of them were traveling where in the Lake District of England, they came across a long belt of these beautiful flowers called daffodils, right? And this poem was published in 1807 in which collection? Poems in two volumes. And a revised version was published in 1815. So this is the backdrop of the poem. You should know the backdrop of the poem as well as a little bit about the poet. And I have given you both. Okay, guys? So now let us move ahead with the very first stanza. Okay, read it along with me, guys. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills. Well, all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Beautiful lines, right? And you could actually sing it, it's a musical verse, right, guys? It's beautiful. So what does the poet say? First of all, let us have a look at the vocabulary. Wander, wander, is walk, just stroll about. Okay? And all the others, I guess you know already. A host of means a large number of. Fluttering, these are the words that you need to be cautious about. Fluttering is a quick wavering or flapping movement. Okay, so it's basically swaying, right? That's fluttering. Moving ahead with the explanation. The poet was traveling aimlessly, just like a cloud over the hills and vales. So he has compared himself with the lonely cloud, just as the lonely cloud travels aimlessly where over the hills and valleys. Okay, so the poet was also traveling aimlessly, right? At that time, suddenly, what did he come across? He came across a huge number of golden daffodils. Where? Beside the lake and under the trees. What were the daffodils doing? What were the flowers doing? They were fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Alright, let's now check the poetic devices. I hope you have you are clear with the very first stanza. Very simple. Okay. So the poetic device, first of all, is simile, of course, direct comparison using the word as. Okay. The poet has compared himself with lonely cloud. Okay. And then Personification, definitely personification. See, I saw a crowd. So crowd, it can be, it's a human quality attributed to a non-human object, that is the daffodils. The daffodils are fluttering and dancing, right? So again, human qualities attributed. So that is the example of personification. All clear, guys? All of you are absolutely clear with the first stanza? Give me a quick thumbs up in the chat box. Okay, so guys, now what I have seen, a lot of people have a lot of problems when it comes to the process of education. With the pandemic on, you people have been facing a lot of issues, right? Ranging from your doubt solving to the revision papers, revision papers, doubt solving, test series, right? Proper notes. Okay, so these and of course the systematic approach, which is lacking in the current state. So guys, we are there to help you out in all of this with the help of our platform. Okay, so if you want to join us, guys, and score 100% knowledge and 100% marks, what do you need to do? Just visit the link, guys, and we are promising your improvement, guys. Okay, so Vedantu improvement promise is right there for you. We are guaranteeing your improvement. And with that, guys, I have come up with a question for you people. I wandered lonely as a cloud. Here I refers to what? Daffodils, the reader, the poet, or none of the above. Come on, guys. 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. It is the poet. Absolutely correct answer, guys. Good job, people. Good job. Now, moving ahead with the second stanza. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at the vocabulary. Okay, so margin is edge or bank or border. Milky Way, I think you already know, right? The galaxy that contains planets. And then we have tossing. Tossing is twisting, right? Sprightly is an important word for you people. Sprightly is very, very energetic, okay? Active, full of life, right? So that is the vocabulary part. Now, the flowers are compared to the stars in the Milky Way. Why? Because just like the stars, the daffodils were shining and they were golden in color. They were twinkling, and they were fluttering in the breeze. So they were looking like the stars, as constant. So let us see, continuous as the stars that shine. So similarly, just as the stars that constantly shine in the Milky Way or twinkle in the Milky Way, the daffodils were also dancing in the breeze constantly, just like the stars, and they were shining because of their golden color, right? The poet says that the daffodils were stretched in a never-ending line, and they were visible as far as he could see. Okay, so never-ending line, it was stretched as far as he could see, right? He further says that the daffodils were tossing their heads, and it was looking like, they were dancing. They were so happy. They were so full of life that they were dancing in the breeze. Okay, beautiful poem, right? Poetic device, guys, continuous as the stars that shine. So again, simile. Okay, hyperbole. Okay, they stretched in never-ending line. 10,000 I saw at a glance. He did not actually count 10,000. So basically, he's using a hyperbole, which is an exaggerated form, right? So he's using exaggeration over here, right? To create the emphasis. Okay. Next, we have personification. Again, human attribute. They are dancing, they are tossing and twisting their body and dancing. So they have been attributed human qualities. Okay, guys, I hope this is clear. Second stanza clear, guys. Very simple. Okay. Now, one of the features of romantic poem is the language is very simple because it was actually addressed to the common people, right? It was again a counter to the previous age, which was meant usually for the high class elite society, the learned lot, right? But then the romantics believed that a poetry should be man speaking to men. That means common people. It should be for the common people. Okay, please note that. Okay, I have an interesting activity for you people. Time to unlock the treasure, and you have to choose the correct key to unlock the chest. Okay, what is the question for you people? Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, in the above lines, daffodils are compared to clouds or stars. These are the keys. You need to unlock this treasure by selecting the correct key. So what should be the correct key, guys? Come on, let me see in the chat box. Okay, can we have a look? 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look, guys. Absolutely correct. You have unlocked the treasure. Beautiful, guys. Stars. Well done, people. Well done. Very good job. So how many of you were able to unlock the treasure? Give me a quick high five. Okay, let's move ahead with the next stanza. But before that, let me talk a little bit about the features of live classes that we have in our Wave platform. So we have unlimited live classes with fun and high-level quiz questions in each and every session. So no more waiting for live Menti quiz because you will get that in every session in our platform. Okay? And you can compete with the students throughout the world. You have a lot of exposure, guys. Plus, you have interactive replays. So even the replays are not boring. They would be very, very interactive with live quiz questions even there and leaderboard even there at the end of the session, which would show your overall class rank and earn points, and it's going to prepare you, boost you up for your exam. Plus, you can download the note. There is an option of get notes. You can download the notes from there. Your doubts would be catered to then and there with the help of our class teachers. Plus, we have a doubt solving app as well where you can post your doubts and get them solved after the class. Plus, we have quality tests, assignments. These are the tools to measure your performance. And definitely, guys, we are taking the guarantee of your improvement. We have unlimited micro courses and crash courses. Very soon, my micro courses are also coming. From 5th July, I am starting my micro courses. It is going to start with, I guess, the poetic devices. Very, very much awaited session for all of you, right? And then I will be taking micro courses on grammar topics as well. So, guys, you could definitely join these micro courses absolutely for free. You do not have to pay anything else. And these would definitely be auto enrolled in your pro subscription. Okay, bacha buddy? And then less is more. Yes, so that means you will be getting more and more classes in less price, right? What do you need to do, guys? Visit the link in the description box and use the coupon code SWREPRO. Okay? Now moving ahead with the stanza 3, and later on I will be talking about the plans that we have for you people in our Wave platform. So please stay tuned, don't go away. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. This is an important line, guys, and this is often asked in your paper. Okay? Let us have a look at the vocabulary. Outdid is to surpass. Okay? Sparkling is shining. Okay? Glee is happiness. Gay is also happy. Here it means happiness and free from worry. Okay? Jocund is happy. Remember, we had done jocund in one of our session as a word of the day. I told you at that time to refer to this poem. I don't know whether you've seen that video. If you have missed that, guys, go ahead and see that. Okay? Company is group. Gazed is when you look at something for a very long time. Wealth, you know that, right? So the poet says that the waves were dancing in the, what were the daffodils doing? Daffodils were dancing and the waves were also dancing. But there, when you compare the dance of the daffodils and the dance of the waves, the daffodils had surpassed the dance of the waves. Okay, so the joyful dance of daffodils was way better than the, there was no match for the waves of the daffodils rippling in the breeze. Okay, now, the joyful company of daffodils was the ultimate source of pleasure, and he can feel nothing but the happiness in that company. In the joyful company of the daffodils, the poet was very, very happy. And here again, we will talk about how nature becomes a source of happiness for human beings. If possible, try to read the poem Dust of Snow. It is also by, no, Dust of Snow is by Robert Frost, but anyways, that also talks about how nature acts as a healer and becomes the source of happiness. Although it's by a different poet, but the idea is similar, right, guys? Okay. Although he kept on looking at daffodils, he kept on gazing at the daffodils, but he could not fully appreciate the scenery before him because it was in abundance. And he could take away just a little bit of it. That is what he thinks, right? Next, guys, the poetic devices. The waves beside them dance. This is again personification and metaphor, guys. What wealth the show to me had brought. Now here there is a comparison. What are compared over here? The comparison of wealth with the sight of the daffodils. So the pleasure obtained by the sight of the daffodils is compared to wealth. So the sight of the daffodils giving the poet pleasure is, according to the poet, the biggest wealth. Okay, I hope you have got this point because this is often asked in your paper. So don't forget to mention the poetic device when any question is asked regarding this particular line. Mention that this is a metaphor. Okay, most of you know the poetic devices, but when you are asked in the question, even if you're not asked what poetic device has been used, I would suggest you to refer to the poetic device and explain, taking the help of the poetic device. That would fetch you more marks. It would give you it would give the the examiner a good impression that you know the poetic devices, right, guys? Okay, question for you. What wealth the show to me had brought? By wealth, what does the poet mean? Gold, money, sorry, I have used money twice, anyways, or happiness. Come on, guys. 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. Yes, it's happiness. So here, wealth refers to the happiness, the pleasure that the poet obtained by seeing a host of golden daffodils. Clear to you all? All cool till here? Everything is absolutely crystal clear, guys? Okay. So, talking about the three plans that we have light, classic, and plus. And all these three plans have these common features: live interactive classes, test series, assignments and notes, and doubt solving during the class. Now, the special feature for classic is it is going to have doubt solving on mobile app as well. Yeah, isn't that amazing? And for the plus, you also have a personal mentor. You can buy each plan, give a 1 month trial, guys. Each plan is available for 1 month as well. So try it. I'm sure, guys, you would definitely have a wonderful experience. Okay? Moving ahead, guys. Stanza 4. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is a bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. Let us see what the poet says over here. Vocabulary, guys. Oft is often. Pensive is an important word. Please note the meaning. It means thoughtful. Okay. Brooding, pensive, pondering, all of these have almost the same meaning. Okay. Okay. And then we have bliss. Bliss is happiness. Solitude is loneliness, isolation. And these are the difficult words. The rest of the vocabulary part you already know, right? Let's have a look at the explanation. The poet says that whenever he lies on his couch and it's low feel in his low spirits, when he is sorrowful. So this is how what happens is, the daffodils, when he is in a lonely or thoughtful mood, when he is in a depressed mood, it becomes the source of joy in his solitude when he is alone, right? The sight of the daffodils which he had seen during that point of time, it is imprinted in his mind. He has carried that sight and it is there imprinted in his heart and mind, and it constantly gives him pleasure. Okay. Please note that William Wordsworth had said that poetry is a spontaneous overflow of, it's a powerful overflow of spontaneous feelings. But he has also mentioned about the emotions recollected in tranquility, right? So he talks about those emotions recollected in tranquility over here, right? So according to the poet, that is what poetry is, according to the Wordsworth. Okay, okay, this is an important point that you should know. Okay, so the memory of the daffodils when he is in a different sort of atmosphere, in a different sort of mood, he could still remember that, right? So he could still recollect those memories, you know? So that is what when he is writing the poem. He's not writing this poem when he is looking at the daffodils. He's writing the poem when he is visualizing those daffodils which he had already witnessed, right, guys? It takes away all the sorrows, the boredoms, and it makes him happy. And what does he see? He sees his he sees his heart dancing in the with the daffodils, right? And it is a source of joy. It is a source of pleasure, and it also heals the poet. So it is a source of healer. Nature is again acting as a source of healer, which you will also find in the poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. A similar theme, that how nature serves as a healer. So you can actually cross refer to Dust of Snow as well in order to get a complete idea of how nature serves as a healer for human beings. Poetic devices, guys. Dances, alliteration, the repetition of the consonant sound D. Okay, at the beginning of the syllable. Right, guys? Okay, so I hope you people did enjoy this session. Yes? So if you did, then do hit the like button. And please take a note of the batch starting dates for ICSE people. Please take a note of this. CBSC Maharashtra Board. Okay, these are your batch starting dates. You can also join my micro courses, which is going to be auto-enrolled for you people. Okay, guys? Okay, so this is the coupon code. It's going to give you 10% discount. So hurry up, guys. Okay, so answer for the riddle. Remember, we had begun the session with a riddle. So anyone who has got the answer, give me a quick high five in the chat box. Are you excited to look at the answer? Yes, guys? Okay, so the answer is, when you think in terms of time, right? 8 a.m. plus 8 hours, okay? Then that becomes 4 o'clock. So at that point of time, 8 plus 8 will give you 4. Did you enjoy the riddle? It was an intelligent riddle. Yes, agreed? Agreed with me? Yes, guys. So quickly hit the like button. And this is your homework question. Describe the lasting impression of the daffodils on the poet. Okay? Don't forget to do that. Give the answer in the homework question, guys. We will be taking your answers for the next one shot session for Daffodils. Okay, till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video amongst your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Bye, everyone. Take care. Hope you people enjoyed.